he doesn't have 2 girlfriends, aka he's a goddamn liar, aka I'd still titty fuck him. I'd tell everybody about it too. I'd be like, you know what? What are you gonna do? Judge me? I titty fucked a dude with sweet tits. And he's Korean, so at least I'm not a racist. It's important. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, our next comedian is also a comedy promoter. He's a very good friend of mine. He is a professional fight promoter, and he is kicking off his United States tour here. His name is Matt Plant. He's going to come out any minute. He's actually waddling his way to the stage right now. Maybe it's not the best. He looks good. You look good. I tell you what, you
Bill, I got a problem with you, man. Hold on. How the hell am I supposed to follow that? Also, Dave told me he had to take off. He said if I saw Bill, let him know he had to take off. So I don't know if it's the right time for that.
There's not a wrong time.
Not a wrong time.
I love you. There's no wrong time to say I love you.
I really don't know how I'm gonna follow that, guys. That was amazing. Maggie, Justin, I'm definitely gonna need some help tonight. So what's your name?
Kelly.
Kelly, all right, you're my wingman tonight, all right? No, it's your job to laugh, even if none of these other people are. You got it? All right. Seriously, though, let's give it up one more time for Maggie and Justin. It's not easy doing this. It's not. It's really nerve-wracking. I've had a lot of people come up to me and say, "Man, I can't believe you're doing stand-up comedy. Like, don't you get nervous?" Well, yeah. They go, "Yeah. What if you get up there and everybody laughs at you?" Kelly, thank you. Are you qualified for this, Kelly? No. No? All right. It's good to be here tonight, though. I feel good. It feels good to be here. I feel good personally. Confession: I dropped 41 pounds this year. Thank you. I woke up one day in February and I was 303 pounds and felt like shit. So.
You look good.
Thank you. So it's actually my wife and I started doing the V shred where you watch the guy on TV. Are you guys familiar with this? Yeah, you watch the guy on TV. I find it infuriating, all right? This guy, he's like 160 pounds soaking wet. He's up there and he's just going, "Come on, yeah, I can feel the burn. Can you feel the burn?" I'm like, "You're not feeling shit. Come on." This is not the guy that I want to be my personal trainer, all right? I want the guy that, like if you get close enough to him, you can kind of smell Doritos on his breath. Yeah, like the guy, I want the guy that wears the jeans in the gym to be my personal trainer, all right? It's gonna make me feel good about being me. Oh man, but my wife, we just celebrated 3 years, our 3-year wedding anniversary this summer. It was raining. Yeah. It's crazy. I've been learning a lot about myself, going from being a single man to a married man. And for example, I've learned that apparently macaroni and cheese is not considered a meal. I learned out of 34 years of life, apparently I've been putting the toilet paper roll on upside down. But the biggest thing I've learned is that it turns out, I'm a cat person. I never thought I was going to be a cat person. So my wife and I, we have 5 cats. I know, but we're like totally normal people. We have friends and everything, you know. But see, I realized I was a cat person the last time we had a major earthquake. You guys remember, like back when the highways were collapsing up in Anchorage and everything? Well, I was home by myself. It's early in the morning, I'm in my chair, and all of a sudden the house starts shaking. And I was like, oh, we're having an earthquake. All of a sudden the house starts shaking a little bit more. It's like, oh, we're having a big earthquake. Yeah, and at one point I decided, I'm going to get the hell out of here. But I wasn't leaving those damn cats. And like 20 minutes later, my wife gets home, and she's like, oh my God, babe, that was a big one. Are you okay? And I'm an Alaskan. Oh man, didn't shake me. What I forgot was that we have cameras. We have cameras, and my wife hit play on those cameras, and they told a whole different story. Yeah, she saw me going, "Kiddies! Kiddies, we gotta go! We gotta go!" And I swear to you, for like 3 months after that, that was her ringtone every time I called her on the phone. Oh, man. So let's see. In addition to 5 cats, we also have 2 boys. Teenage, we have 12 and 15. Kelly, you got kids? Yeah. They ever ask you about your sex life? Yeah, this shit's awkward. This shit's awkward. Yeah, when he was 10 years old, my son came up to me and he's like, "Dad, do you and Mom ever have, you know, sex?" "Son, why are you asking?" "Well, I was putting some laundry away in your room and I found a bunch of condoms. And I asked Fisher about it," his brother, "and Fisher said, oh, no, they probably just used them for other things." I was dumbfounded. I texted my wife later on as I was telling her this conversation, and her question was, "What the hell else do you use condoms for?" And she told her friends at work, and she came home and told me their one question was, what the hell else do you use condoms for? So we had to ask. We pulled Fisher aside and said, "Son, what the hell else could you use condoms for?" And he goes, "Oh, well, Dad, you can fill them with water and use them like water balloons." So enthusiastic, too. And at that point, I didn't know what was worse. The fact that our 10-year-old was asking me about our sex life, or the fact that our 15-year-old thinks that Mom and I are filling up condoms and chucking them at the neighbors. It's not going to be a problem much longer, though. So, again, true confessions, last month I did it. I had the vasectomy. Anyone else? Yes, yeah, all right. We survived. Yes, all right. Yeah. I feel like they should sell like a t-shirt. They should sell a t-shirt in the gift shop in the hospital. I've been cut. Yeah. Well, it was kind of a crazy experience for me because I'm in there and the doctor looks at me and he goes, "You look so familiar." And I knew it was coming. He goes, You do comedy?" I do. And I knew it was coming because I know how kind of annoying it is when you're like at line of Fred Meyer and someone's like, "Hey, you're the comedian, tell me a joke." Now, like, imagine if they had your balls in their hand. Do we have any doctors here tonight?
I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor.
Do we have any doctors here tonight? I kind of knew the answer to that question, I'm not going to lie. So let me explain to you kind of the procedure of what happens when you get a vasectomy for everyone that wants to know. They actually pull the tubes out of the testicle and then they sever it. I know, right? But let me tell you also what happened to me while I'm on that table. The doctor, I think he's just trying to make some small talk and kind of set me at ease, but when they pull the tubes, it's kind of like you feel like you're getting kicked in the, and he's telling me, he's going, "Yeah, I brought my daughter to your comedy show at the Duck Inn, and we had so much fun, it was great." And of course, I see this as an opportunity, because even I'm on the table, tubes out and everything, and I'm going, "Doc, glad you had a good time, and we have some wonderful advertising packages in case you're interested in sponsoring the next event." Because damn it, I'm a professional. Oh man, what else is going on? My wife came home the other day, and she was pretty upset. I'm a good husband, so I'd listen. She was upset. So my wife, she works for a furniture store locally, which is going to remain nameless because she still has to pay half the bills. And she came home and she had a manager meeting, and apparently the new marketing director told her and everyone that the female employees under no circumstances are allowed to wear anything that shows cleavage. because their employees will not dress like hookers and sluts. I know, right? First off, my first thought was apparently somebody missed the first day of Marketing 101. Because historically speaking, there's been one thing, or in this case, two things that men will literally throw money at. Like they had entire clubs dedicated to this concept. But my wife was upset. Oh, the other reason was because it makes women uncomfortable because men can't control themselves. Yeah, and my wife, she came home and she said, you know, it's bullshit because my wife, she's a very strong, independent woman, and she feels like the body is nothing that anyone should ever be ashamed of. And I agree. I agreed with her. And then she said, and besides, men have really evolved over time. That's where I couldn't really agree anymore. I know plenty of guys that would turn an innocent day of shopping at the furniture store into something dirty. I mean, seriously, you could be like, let me show you this wonderful selection of Chester drawers. And they would be like, put that chest on these drawers. And the truth is, ladies, the truth is we don't really want to be furniture shopping anyway. I guarantee you, all right? We don't give a shit about the color scheme. We don't care if it's mid-century modern. We don't care if it fits the feng shui of the room. Men are incredibly simple creatures, all right? Is it going to break the bank, and can we have sex on it? Those are the only two things that we care about. And if it's going to break the bank, we better be able to have sex on it. That's it. I asked my wife about our last purchase, and she's like, well, it's patio furniture, and we have neighbors, so no. I worked for that furniture store for 11 years, and I had fun there. I was a manager. I had fun until I got fired. I did. I told my wife too. I was like, "Babe, don't worry about it. It's fine. I can just go on the road now and do stand-up comedy." which is what like every responsible adult with a house payment wants to hear her new husband say, right? I don't think I was a bad manager. I think I was maybe a little misunderstood. Yeah, you know, I did tend to take things out on my employees from time to time. You know, like say, I would never use the word retarded in a derogatory way. The thing is, it's lazy. I feel like it's lazy. I would, however, if somebody was doing something stupid, would suggest maybe they crawl back into their mother's vagina and finish cooking for a while. Or I would tell them that if they were on life support, I would unplug them to charge my phone. One time when one of my employees made fun of my inability to cook properly, I suggested they go home, cook themselves some alphabet soup, and then choke on the D. The problem is, though, is even when I was trying to be nice, I still kind of came across as an asshole, I guess. So, perfect example was, it kind of came out that one of our employees who was in his mid-30s had been dating a girl who had just turned 19. I know. And he was getting some heat from the ladies in the office, and he was getting some razzing from the guys, and I decided to take it upon myself and be like, hey man, it's not about them, it's about the two of you. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. And I think he appreciated that, because he said, hey man, I appreciate that. And I told him, I said, yeah, besides, if it doesn't work out, I'm pretty sure you can just drop her at the fire station, like no questions asked, right? All right, guys, this is my time. Thank you.